I've been getting a lot of nasty comments lately over my podcast on the fake armchair detectives, and that doesn't bother me at all. I've actually gotten more supportive comments, so that's another reason why the negative comments, the few that I get, don't bother me. But I just want to read this to you. I just got this comment from somebody who came to my channel. All I hear is the poor R's and what they are going through. Well, the Watts are suffering too. They are in pain too. Never said they weren't. They lost 3 grandbabies too. I never said they didn't. They also are not all over SM begging for money. It's not right to beg so much money off dead loved ones. I've never seen a fam act like this. If it bothers them so much what people say, stay off SM. Don't read what people say. It's simple. Ignore it. Grieve in private like the Watts. The Watts didn't grieve in private. They've never grieved in private. The Watts, as soon as they knew that Shanann was murdered and the kids were gone, Cindy Watts did an interview blaming Shanann for everything. They never went away and grieved in private, and they're still silently lurking. I know that for a fact. And if you look at that first interview that Cindy Watts gave, there is nothing but negative comments underneath it. This was my reply to this comment. The Watts hooked up with Lana, someone who mocked a murdered pregnant woman and tried to set up a website to raise funds for their murdering son's legal fees. So don't tell me that the Watts aren't begging for money. They attempted to, but their attempts flopped. Little did they know that Lena is a scammer. The 35C and Kim's channel flopped along with it. I've been getting a lot of these type of comments lately. People just coming to my channel and just saying nasty things about the Rusex. And I'm not saying that people don't have a point. I've never put anyone on a pedestal. I'm not on any side. I'm not on any team. I am not saying that the Rusex are perfect. I've always tried to be fair, balanced, and objective in my opinions. I don't think there's going to be a court case, and most people who support the Rusex believe, or at least say they believe, that there will be a court case against the fake detectives, the fake armchair detectives. I don't think there's going to be a court case. I don't think they're going to be able to get the fake detective into court. I've said that before, and that's my belief. So I don't think that they are going to be able to get the fake detective in England to court. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it will never happen. I don't think it will ever happen, sorry. And I think that the fake detective in England knows this. He is mocking the family. He is doing the Watts case on a daily basis. He is goading the family because he knows full well that he's not going to court. And quite frankly, I'm not believing in the fantasy that the fake detective is going to court, because so far the social media sites, the tech giants, have not made any progress in removing him. They've not done anything that suggests to me that he's going to be deleted or removed anytime soon. Do I wish there was going to be a court case? Yes. Do I have a fantasy of the book being thrown at him? Yes. But I don't believe realistically that it's going to happen. A lot of people in the truth channel community say that they believe that the Rusex have a good case and that it's going to court. Good case or not, I just don't believe they'll ever get that man into court, ever. I think a lot of people's issue with the Rusex, and a lot of people have come to my channel complaining about the Rusex begging for money or asking for money, calling them e-beggars and whatever. I think a lot of people's issue with the Rusex is that they've asked for a lot of money, but they don't see the progress in the court case. And I understand that. I understand the criticism. I'm not saying the Rusex are perfect. The Rusex have been through absolute hell. Absolute hell. And, they're not the first people to ask for money. They're not the first people to have a GoFundMe. I do understand the criticism of them. Some people criticize them respectfully, and I keep their comments up sometimes. If people are just going to be downright nasty, then I'd probably delete their comment. But, I do understand the criticism of them. And I understand that if the Watts were doing the same thing, that there would be a lot of criticism. However, the Watts did try to set up a website to raise funds for Chris's defense, to get him out of prison. And that was stopped. They tried to set up a podcast website where people would have to pay money to listen to this podcast. And I exposed it. I'm not saying that I'm the one that stopped it, completely. I think there was a number of things that stopped that from happening. But, the Watts have also tried to raise legal funds for their son. And it just so happens that the Rusex are a lot more transparent about what they're doing. And the Watts are a lot more crafty. So it seems like they've gone away quietly. But I think they're silently lurking. And I think the Watts are still using channels, quite frankly. But I'm not saying that the Rusex are perfect. And I'm not saying that them asking for money looks good. It doesn't. Particularly when there has been no progress on the court case. But I don't think a court case is going to happen. But I understand what the Rusex are going through. I understand their frustration because I'm frustrated. I'm sick and tired of seeing AD spouting this nonsense and making up these conspiracy theories. I'm sick and tired of it. So I do understand what they are going through. They've just had enough. Does anyone know who the person is behind the Straight Up Blowing Minds channel? The one that just spews nasty comments or says nasty things about Shanann. That person used to come to my channel back in the day, but since then, a few of those channels have been deleted and new ones have been replaced. I've replaced that channel, but it's still the same kind of name. And the guy who's actually posing behind that channel has a really deep, sexy voice. I don't know if he's just a stand-in for that channel, because I've always thought that channel was run by someone close to home. But if you know who he is, you can let me know, because I was just listening to him on Kelly's channel, and Kelly was talking about how she's surprised and shocked to hear the fake detective speaking bad about Shanann all of a sudden. I think Kelly was really probably duped and fooled by the fake detective, thinking that he was for Shanann, but he was never for Shanann. He was just for whatever narrative he can sell to his audience and what he can make money out of. The fake detective in England has never been about Shanann. It's all been about what conspiracy theory he can make up that he can gain an audience with. He never cared about Shanann. He never cared about the children. He's a fake. But it seems like, Kelly was saying that she was all so surprised to hear him turn on Shanann and saying nasty things about Shanann. It seems like Kelly was pretty duped by the fake detective. Kelly's been on my channel and has said not so nice things to me because of a podcast that I made. And that's fine. I have no beef with Kelly. I have no interest in being in beef with her. I have no interest in saying nasty things about Kelly. That doesn't mean to say that I can't criticize her, but I have no interest in being on any particular team or any side or being nasty about her. It's not why I'm here. But I just found it interesting how she was talking about she was so surprised that AD's now saying nasty stuff about Shanann. I really try not to say that person's name. He was never, ever, ever for Shanann. He's for whatever conspiracy theory he can use to gain an audience.